Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're visiting the Faroe Islands, don't miss taking the helicopter to move around. It's adventurous, it offers great views, and most importantly, it's affordable. Let's get the details. The Faroe Islands is an island group in the North Atlantic. I needed to get to the island of Suðuroy to hike, so I took a flight from the capital city Tórshavn, where the heliport is located by the sea. It's basically a parking area with a wooden cabin. Inside there's a tiny waiting area and a screen playing the safety video. The flights are operated by the Faroese airline Atlantic Airways, and they use the helicopters for rescue operations and to carry residents and tourists across the islands. Now, they have an impressive domestic helicopter network with more than 10 helipads across the islands. I flew from Tórshavn to FLANEURS with a stopover on the gorgeous and isolated island of STORA, DIMUN. This was my first time flying a helicopter, and I can only say it's certainly not the last. The Faroe Islands are very windy, so I was expecting a lot of turbulence, but our flight was surprisingly smooth, with just a few jolts. Let's talk about the price. For this 25-minute flight I paid €30, which is incredibly cheap. The price depends on where you fly, but even their most expensive ticket, which is a ticket to one of the other islands, cost only €50. I find this to be an incredibly good bargain, certainly for the amazing view that you get. I tried to research why are the prices so surprisingly low, and from what I understand, these flights are subsidized because the helicopter is regarded as an essential transportation tool in case of emergency, and while they do carry passengers around according to a timetable, they can be called in anytime for a rescue mission. There are two things to keep in mind when you book a flight. Every ticket can be booked max 7 days in advance, and for some destinations it's only 2 days in advance. This means that you can't plan these flights months ahead, and you have to be somewhat flexible with your plans. Number 2 is that you cannot book return flights on one given day. Only one-way tickets can be booked. Before reaching our destination, we had a very short stopover at this beautiful island. It's called STORA DIMUN, and from my research online I found out it's inhabited by less than 10 people, and the helicopter service stops here only 3 times per week. After we dropped off some cargo, we were off without anybody getting out of the helicopter. Just imagine living here. It's one of those places that you only see in the movies. Now, because the helipad is close to the cliffs, we had some quite dramatic view just after takeoff. After a few minutes we landed in FLANEURS on the island of Suðuroy, and from here I went on a hike. If you are interested in hiking in the Faroe Islands, check it out in my recommended video. If you like this one and found it useful, make sure to subscribe for more videos about travel, aviation, and the beautiful things in life. Thanks for watching, and I see you next time.